I don't know what happened there. It screwed up my title credits for some reason. Oh, and I see I have to ban a bot. There, banned. And we're at it. I will go fix the entry there too. Cancel that. Back up. And we'll ban them while we're at it. And we'll take them off the list. And save that. I'm doing fine. How are you? I am not on Brotherlands. Just so you know. I decided that since I'd been talking about Gaharis server and its completely forgotten status and everything, that I should go check it out. So that's what I figured I'd do tonight. At least for a bit. I don't think there's very many people here at the best of times. Yeah, there's 20... Oh, no. 32 players right now. Presumably, that's everybody. Yeah, that's across all three realms because there's no limits. It is interesting though. You don't have access to all the characters. I had characters that I guess I rolled sometime way in the past, and they're ones I can't access unless I subscribe, which I might even do sometime just to check out live. Ah, okay. Well, then you're not seeing the glory that is Mularn, just like Mularn everywhere else. It is interesting though. I mean, just for a joke, I took the Valkyrie that I rolled up. Valkyrie, strangely enough, was one of the classes I could play. But like Warlock is not available. Shadowblade is the one. I have a Shadowblade here who's level 9, I have to subscribe if I want to play her. I think on the Hib side I have a low-level Animist, but I won't be able to play them without subscribing, so that's not going to happen anytime soon. But just as a joke, I ran around Tirnanog with my Midgard Valkyrie, because it's all one realm. You can go wherever you want, which is kind of cool. I don't know how they handle drops and stuff. If I go play on the Hib side and level up, do I get drops that I can't use for any reason? Probably. Anyway, that's not what I'm going to do. They do have a buff bot here called the Realm Enhancement, Mularn Shaman. And I'm going to go traipse around in Nissy's lair. You can port directly there. Cool enough. Well, you can port to a camp outside of it, but I'm going to go check it out and see what I think. I did the tutorial, which was funny to see because it's the first time I've been in the Lamphota's sound zone since doing the PvP events on Phoenix, which used the same zone after the first couple of events. They started off using Molvik, I think. Can't remember. Anyway, I'm glad that if I have to roll up a new character, I can use a Valkyrie because I think they're loads of fun. Very easy way to get killed. Because the cone AoEs are terrible. But I'm sorry you have to be at work. I'd sort of set myself a mandate of trying to identify where people could be playing DAOC and then trying each of the options, right? So this is kind of in keeping with that. It's a place people could be playing, and I had somebody in stream, Varkanis, I think, who had no idea such a thing existed and was just overjoyed to hear it. So, oh, aggro. And I've added to it myself. Hope you're doing all right tonight there, Big Points. So the buffs help a bit. Quite a bit, actually. Sort of a self-aggroing system here. The cones are bad for that. I went sword and board again because I really like the Valkyrie spear, but you need to have the weapon at 42 to really get the most out of it. So I'm probably going to respec when I get there. The prices are really strange here. I don't know if it's because it's all quests and they hand you a lot of money or what, but I went to look at getting some dye to dye over the starter armor that I have here. And I think it's 50 or 60 gold for just the basic colors, which seems a bit extreme to me. It's different. I haven't even really basically left the starter area here, which is kind of ironic. Well, in a sense, I'm glad you're working tonight. Because... Oh, I didn't buff that buff on myself. Because then I know I'm not, like, missing out on being able to play with your help. Which I really appreciate. And I wouldn't have had if you're not there. Interesting to figure out how this server differs from... Oh, I have no power. Oh, that's okay. You know, that whole job thing takes more priority than helping by commenting in my stream. Oh, you've played here. Be looking to see what drops I've got. Yeah. Better sleeves. Got the gloves. If I want to be light blue, I can. I've got 2 of them now. The Zots do good damage. Ah, okay. It doesn't seem to have much of a population, but I imagine it has a pretty dedicated one for the people that play here. And honestly, it is a server I had completely forgotten existed until just recently when I went, oh yeah, I wonder if that's still around. Saw it was and didn't come here. So I don't know when the characters that I had here were created, but probably back when it first went live. And I don't think I played here since. Honestly, I find PvE in this game to be really relaxing and fairly enjoyable. I like PvP too, RVR, but it gets very stressful and is often boring when there's nobody to fight. Whereas just leveling up a character is kind of relaxing and cool, for what it's worth. Don't have enough power. Yeah, the Zots do much better damage than my sword does. I think. The mobs, on the other hand, are up so often, it's kind of ridiculous. But I'm level 11. My everything is terrible. Everything. Terrible armor. No resists. I'm glad there are the NPC buffs. Don't need a buff bot. They're probably not great, but better than nothing. Which is pretty much what you want for the buffs anyway, so that the shaman classes and the like that are buffers aren't left out. Try it without any damage from spells. See how much damage. Oh, actually, it's not bad. Got a crit there. Crit on the lot. That's good. Okay, an orange and a yellow might be a little much. I guess we'll see in a second. Oh, I'm doing all right. Oh no, go rest for some power or I'll end up dying because I can't heal myself. Now, I have no realm points. Is there any way I can get realm points at lower level? Because I wouldn't mind getting a few points of serenity. Plus anything else that lets me get my power back easily. Still pretty sped up in the EXP department here, I think, which is, I mean, good. I would hope that they'd sped it up at lower level. Yeah, I was thinking about that. I think I tried them, but there was no... It wouldn't let me go anywhere, but it may be that I was not the right level range, right? Or something. I have to say, I really hate tomties. Yeah, not that I spend a lot of time thinking about it, but still. It's there. I don't like them. Probably got aggroed too many times as a young mid. Start of the game. Oh, aggro just in time to be an ad before I got out of the way. 11, almost 12. I'll be 12 by the end of this fight. There, 12. Okay, I'll leave them. Time to go swim back and train. Well, actually, get outside, hit the bindstone, and go back. Which I don't have set up on the bar. Go figure. There. Okay. Valkyrie train. I remember where it is. Oh, actually, I need to sell crap first. At 12? Really? Okay. Yeah, okay. Oh crap, I'm buried in stuff here. I miss Phoenix's ROG system. Because it ain't great here. Gathering all the crap that I want to hang on to, of course. Is stupidly time consuming. And we need more storage. Okay, train. And then sure, we could go try DF. 26. Well, we want to get Odin's will up. Okay. Those are worth it. No points left. Well. Add that into the mix. That replaces that. Same. The rest are fine. Mending. That's fine. Okay. Now I'm guessing I can't teleport direct to DF. Try the battleground person again. No, seems to be disabled. And yeah, I can't go to DF. So I guess I take a horse. Do I? Yes, I do. Fast it fast and jump. Oh, Griffin just fast and fast and jump. This should be interesting. I'm not sure either. It's all an adventure. We'll find out. Gonna fall a very long ways. Unless it goes right over top of the hill, which it looks like it's going to. Oof. Yes. Oh, and of course I'm gonna have to get in without getting killed. One of the many cats. And Lady Payne. We'll see how well this goes. Okay, sprint. We'll see if we can make it inside without getting killed. Looks like they've cleared most of the mobs off. Good. And DF is open. Right. It's probably always open here because you're not competing to get control of it. Ah, the demoniac familiars are red. Right, I figured. Okay, we're gonna try a rat, see how that goes. Need that buff. This will be quick or work faultlessly, one of the two. I think I'm looking at quick here. Yeah, it might be a little early. I'm missing a lot, and the damage that my spells do is very low. So I'm not keeping up. Plan B. More Nissy's lair. Yep, toast. Got the rat to half, which is not singularly impressive. Okay. Where is the healer? Hello, Calvin. If I'd been them, I would have named the channeler right next to them Hobbs. So we'd have Calvin and Hobbs. No sense of humor. Try Nissy's again. Thank you. Boom. That would mean that I knew how to get to the instance inside, but sure. I got a bunch of level 10 quests to do with Nissy's lair that, I mean, I haven't even made it past the first couple of rooms yet, so we'll see how that goes. Oh, that should be easier now. They're blue. There's a Tomty prison and Nissy's retreat indicated on the map. That doesn't mean they exist, but they're listed. First, I gotta figure out where on the map I am, too. Oh, I see where I am. Okay. And extras. I'll just pull back and not get the third one while I'm at it. Oh, I got a third one anyway. Now, if I remember, I start getting some insta heals and stuff at some point in Valkyrie, which would be good too. Okay. If I survive this fight, sure. Probably not gonna. Nope. Got 3 of them, so. Rinse, repeat. And sell. I might as well sell that. Okay. And repete. It's kind of funny. I have been playing on Brotherlands 2 mostly once Phoenix had shut down. And the few times I tried to RVR, there just wasn't anybody there. So really, my time has been spent doing PvE, leveling characters up. As you well know, Big Point. This doesn't therefore feel really any different at all. But I don't have to worry about the overall population, provided I'm ready to solo, which I am. Really, when I die here, it's me getting myself killed. Because I'm being too aggressive for my own good, I guess. Fight seems so slow. I got spoiled by having a higher level Valkyrie pretty quick. Now, you were saying from the entrance, turn right, then left, up the ramp. Yes, okay, I see. Yeah, but see, I can go anywhere, which is kind of neat, because I can do it with a character that wouldn't normally ever be there. That's different. I mean, it might wear off pretty quick, but I can play a character I like, a class I like, from a realm I like, in a different realm. That's kind of cool, and I don't know what the RVR game is like until I get to the point where I can actually do anything out there. But you're still fighting stuff. That's kind of cool. Okay, I'm going for the ramp. Well, no, I'm going to the next spot where the ramp is. I see a whole pile of mobs. Yeah, I see it there. We'll see if it works. Is there something particularly good about the instance? Well, survived that. Let us drop one of those. Okay, I might have just killed myself again. We'll see. Okay. I might not live to survive the experience. Actually, no, didn't. Getting better, getting further, not doing that well. Oh, I should have sold. I am stupid, hear me roar. Did we get any more bits of armor? Vest of the Malignant, cloth armor. No. No. No, no, no. All that stuff could have been sold. Oh well. Oh, I see somebody else out there. Hello. Thanks for dropping by. I got you both anyway. Got caught in a corner. Okay. Well, spotted something else at the entrance here. Thought I could just run in, but they spawn quickly here. I guess they need to back from when there was tons of people playing somewhere like this. I hope that Varcanus shows up, because I'd like to find out if they found this server okay and could get started on a character. There may not be a lot of people here to play with, but if what you want to do is basically just PvE and that's what you enjoy, then this is a pretty good choice. That has too far a range. Well, no, I might have killed myself again. Yep. Honestly, I've played this game before. I have. A lot. Not recently at low level, I realized. Not much. But, geez. Now, some of that is going to be the fact that I have crap equipment, of course. I can blame the equipment. Okay, and we don't have any unspent points, do we? No. Kind of the very wrong one. There, that's better. Thank you. Thing is, it doesn't really matter. I mean, if PvE is the point of the game, then the speed at which you level is kind of irrelevant. Other than for the obvious dopamine hit and everything. Kind of funny, when New World was announced, I got into it late. I paid for the access to it and everything. And I streamed it a couple of times and I liked it. And it went live today and I just did not feel like playing it. Don't know exactly why. Just didn't turn my crank for some or another reason. Yeah, and I don't mind missing that. It's going to be stupidly popular. Also, there's going to be, 9,500 people streaming it, or 1 million or something. It's going to be just impossible. So there is all of that. We don't need you running. That will do. The thing is, I can actually get reasonably good numbers for viewers streaming DAOC because there's not that many people doing it, and I mean, to whatever degree I have a more polished stream than other people, not much, but some, and I talk. Lots of people don't. But if I go to stream New World and say Asmon Gold does, this is Gaharis, which I had forgotten entirely existed. On live, yes. And hello. I was streaming on Phoenix. Phoenix shut down. And I decided I was going to look around for other servers that people could play on if they were missing playing on Phoenix. And I got to Brotherlands 2, and I've spent a lot of time on Brotherlands 2, which is fine. It's fun. I like it. It's not quite, Phoenix levels of numbers. And it has some technical issues that way. But it's fine. I like it. I'm just not seeing the people to RVR with at night. And I tried Celestius during their I-50 test. I think they're having another one, which I'll have to look at and see if they are. But I wanted to try each of the options, right? When Atlas comes out, I'll do Atlas. That's fine. I better just pull him. Oh, and get two. 2 for 1 sale. Who knew? Okay, let's get all of them. And I was talking to somebody on my last stream, and they were talking about how much they liked the PvE game, and I said, oh, you should be playing on Gaharis, and they'd never heard of it. 13k Q, wow. Amazon is going to have to do some heavy server upgrading. Anyway, I thought, you know, I'm pretty sure I went to Gaharis when it first came out, like whatever year that was in the game's history, but I haven't been back since. I should go check that out, since I'm talking to people about various server options. I should include this one and see if it's any good. Different style of the game. I like the game, period. So why not try it? And the only way to do that is to play it for at least one session, maybe more. And, you know, then it exists and people can see what they think of it themselves. They want to come try it out. I think there was only 25 people on the entire server right now. It was mildly entertaining to be able to take my Valkyrie here and run around Tir na Nog. That's kind of fun. In a very small way, of like degree of fun. I think that the PvE style of gameplay is one that has been just kind of forgotten because everybody was so focused on RVR in this game. I mean, justifiably, it's good gameplay. But it is a style of the game that used to be really big to people. Hello, Dark Gentoo, how are you? And ain't nobody called me young in a long time. I'm being the diametric opposite of your style of gameplay here because I'm playing on the Gaharis PvE only server just to check it out. Because quite frankly, until I got talking to a user in one of my earlier streams this week, I'd forgotten that it even existed. And then they were like, wow, I really like PvE more than RVR. I'm odd that way. And I said, well, you should be on the Gaharis server. And they'd never heard of it. Well, that's good. I'm glad you're doing well. The PvE looks like PvE everywhere. I'm aware of the fact that the people that were fans of PvE probably mostly stopped playing this. The fighting is so slow. I mean, I'm only level 12, so there's that. But it just feels so slow because I had a Valkyrie on live, and of course, she was all templated and well equipped and everything else, and therefore much faster than at level 12. Now, the whole point of this exercise was to get up here and see if this instance was still valid. Well, you guys are to help. Spider patrols is not a thing I want. Ever, really. Anyway, how have you been doing? Well, I got the spider patrol, and there is, in fact, no instance there. So this is going to kill me. completely. I'll try it again. Nope, no instance. So, toast. And where's that release button? Come on. I'll go back to the glory of Nissy's lair. They do have a buff pop, which is nice. Full buff token. Boom. Oh, you like that? Yeah, well, you got to come up with the shticks, right? I've got another one for when I get ganked in RVR. Won't be needing that on this server. Although I suppose you could duel. No, apparently not. There's a lot of stuff that isn't here. I'm sure there's stuff that I don't realize is here. Lots of stuff. Like I don't know how it's going to work on the frontier when they're all NPCs, but like the class list is greatly restricted. I don't know if I was subbed to live, if I would have access to all the classes, and that's all it is. They've just been removed. But I thought the way that they worked it on live, and it's been a long time since I rolled up a character on live, was that they showed you all the classes, and then they said, oh, no, you have to sub to play that one. Rather than just taking away all the ones that you can't play. What is that? Oh, that's a blue sword. I think I need to replace that too. Yeah, I'm playing Endless Conquest. I'm too used to playing on free shards, I guess. I could resub. I did it for years. Okay. Why do I keep hitting that twice? It's like I don't learn. Or something. Well, at least they gave me Valkyrie as an option for Endless Conquest, because I've always loved the Valkyrie class. Particularly once you can get to 42 Spear. I think it's 42. That's what I was looking for. There. Oh, and instant blues. Just what I wanted. Suppose I shouldn't be heading this way. Since it leads to the red spiders. The red spiders of death. And the long pause. What I'd like them to drop is better stored. What I get are Tomty key rings. And the joy of ridding the world of yet another Tomty. Which, you know, can't happen too soon. Oh, actually. No, I better not hit that. I'll just get the shaman too. Are you coming to join me there, dude, or am I not in aggro range? Let's back up a little bit. Gotta program all this stuff on my controller a bit better too if I'm gonna play this girl this way. Well, there's 12. Yeah, thank you. Just what I wanted. Rid of that, yes, and put that up. I'll tell you, I don't know if you've ever tried one, Dark Gen 2, but if you ever get a chance to play with a gaming controller, it's awesome. I've got a, I think it's called a Tartarus, Razer Tartarus. And honestly, it's really quite slick. Now, was I leaving a grave up here? I don't think I was. No. Oh, whatever, dude. You're too quick to spawn. Friggin' lawn dwarves. How many points unspent do we have there? Quite a few. Now, does it at least go to like yellow and orange mobs? No. We get blue as a patrol. Yeah, gotta pay for the Animist, I'm pretty sure. I think it's sub only. I'll have to check, but I think it's sub only. I think it's only like the most basic of classes in most cases, and then for some other odd reason, Valkyrie was okay. Rignol. You're on the list there, dude. Right. Yeah, well, okay, they're a business. They want to make money. I get that. And it's not like subbing to a game like this costs that much, really. Nothing in the scheme of things. By comparison to, you know, okay, so I don't pay for Netflix this month and I pay for a game instead. Hardly the end of the world. Come over here, mein Herr. I should keep shielded closer to my level too. Stop that. I poured out directly with that? I can. Hey. I'm full up apparently. Did that just eat that up? I hope that just interrupted that and didn't. Do not meet the requirements needed to use that item. 29 minutes, so that just killed that. That's friggin' annoying. Yeah. More interested in training than anything else. Oh good, these aren't timed. Wonder how much a horse costs here. I'll have to look at that too. Sure. Yeah. 28, 27, 87. These are better. Okay. That'll do. Okay. Now I am not spending any time on the character generator figuring out what are we, 13. Oh, well, that's good. And an update to that, that's good. Sure. Won't really do much of anything. Greater claw will be good. I didn't die, did I? Now, I do need to look at the crap I'm carrying around. Yeah. Somehow I've got a good sword and crap. Main sword. You sell swords. You do. Sure, whatever. Can't be any worse than the thing I'm using. Can I sell that to you? I didn't think so. Destroy. Yes. Shield. I think there's a separate shield for it, isn't there? Used to be, at any rate. Oh, come on. I do not want to have to run into town just to buy a friggin' shield. I'm gonna have to. Throwing stuff. Here, just taunt me with the warlock trainer. Fine. Into the big city. Sorry, wrong accent. I'm playing him too much. Yeah, if you go into the big city, buy a shield there. Terrible accent. Not even sure what nationality that's supposed to be. Drunken Schweizerdeutsch? Who knows? I have no idea what that would sound like. Drunken Dwarf, what a coincidence. I'm pretty sure. Yes. Field merchant, thank you. Power. Sure. And that's good enough for now. Then we're wearing crap chain, a studded jerkin. Bean merchant was in the upper village, wasn't he? Maybe not. No, not. Fine alloy. Sure. Didn't think I could sell it. Just drop. Did not work. Legs, those are okay. That's all good. Except for the leg. I don't have enough money. They cost 12 gold. Sell it all off with no shortage to drop. Not making me the money. Oh well. My legs are gonna suck. Ah, different people out there. Hello, folks. That does beg a good question, though. The thinking of the animus there for farming. I wonder what the best farming class of the ones that are remaining is. I mean, like a cave shaman can presumably do dot and run and everything else. Yes, back there. Oh, 13. I'll have to look and see what classes there are. Because I definitely think Valkyrie is a fairly decent leveling class. You got your own heals and, you know, cure poison, and if you're grouped, you can res people, do all that shit. But you still have combat abilities, which is fine. Yes, sir. Shouldn't have just been standing there. But you're right, I don't think any of the pet classes were there. Maybe Spirit Master, I don't remember. But that would be about it, right? Oh yeah. I never did look over this way. Oh joy. I guess I can get them that way just by doing that. And now we have aggro. No, we don't. Good. Well, better damage. Oh, I should have put that up. Now I'm going to get the aggro. Maybe not. I also like this class because the AE cones force me to really think about what I'm doing, which is always good. Kind of annoying at times, but you know. No pet classes other than Pet Charm. Shaman AoE DZs. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Shaman should be pretty good. Although my time on a Necro convinced me I'm not the best person for that technique for hunting. I'm rubbish to be afraid about it. Did I pull just the hatch? Nope. Should be all right. Yeah, I'll have to look at that. You know, the game went live, and I suddenly thought to myself, I want to play the game, but I don't think I want to play it tonight. And apparently the queues are just huge. I mean, obviously the game has lots of demand. But another factor too is, sadly, from the streaming point of view, I would become one of like 500 people streaming it. No, I was in the beta. I paid for access to the game. Well, I bought the game and got access to the beta. I liked the game, but I don't know if it's deserving of all the hype it's getting too. And it's getting a lot of hype. But I mean, I'm going to have to check it out and find out what I think for myself. I really liked some aspects of it a lot. I didn't do the PvP aspect of it at all, so I can't compare then. Yeah, I'm really conservative with games that I'll pay money for. I really want to get my time out of it. With an MMO, that's usually a safe bet. It is kind of a weird design for an MMO, though, too. The fact that you don't have any classes. You basically just pick the style of weapon you want to use, and that defines your class. To whatever degree, which is kind of weird. Oh, you mean playing with a staff weapon? It's very limited. Yeah, I know. I was thinking that too, Dark. Our big points. Oh, I liked the rifle. I did. Yeah. The ice gauntlet is supposed to be really a good thing early on. The thing is that any character you make in that, if you level up an ice gauntlet, then you level up an ice gauntlet. If you put the ice gauntlet in your inventory and pick up a spear, you can start leveling up in spear. And it scales, so if you learned ice gauntlet up to level 12 or something like that, and then stopped and picked up rifle or spear or whatever, and started learning it, the base damage would still go up based on your level. So you'd be starting off at a higher level with no experience and get better from there. So it's all kind of relative. From a PvP point of view, apparently you can fight somebody as many as 10 levels above you and still have a chance of winning. It's not as tight on the levels being the same between opponents to have a fair chance. You only really need one character, yeah, unless you want to have like one person that you've... I imagine by the time you get to the equivalent of templating things, you're going to be wanted to be templated for, say, Ice Gauntlet and Spear, or whatever, or templated for something else. But you only actually need one character because you can just level up a different thing. You don't lose the original thing, you just gain a new ability. Same thing with the crafting. Well, I mean, it's like crafting here. If you become a master armorsmith, you can also become a master tailor. But it's that idea. Now, I think that's a smart thing because they're having to deal with a whole generation. I did select a target for the Spellia numpty game. A whole generation of people that have gotten used to playing games where you just show up. And, you know, these aren't games I played very much, but ones that I have. Counter-Strike way back. You show up. You have whatever abilities you have. You grab a weapon, you can use it. That's it. There was upgrades you could get and stuff like that during the course of a match, but that's about it, right? And you could just jump in and play. And this is an MMO that it is an MMO that started off as a survival game, then became a survival and PvP game, then became a survival, PvP, and PvE game with crafting added in. So they kind of evolved it over time because I guess they wanted to get a wider and wider audience. And that's fair. But it's kind of got a weird building history that way too then. And I'm sure there's going to be some items in there that are kind of legacy from that. Still, it has potential. And I did like playing it. And that's the biggest thing is when I was playing it in beta there and I thought, oh, I'm going to play New World again, I was looking forward to it because it was a new game and it's an MMO style game. Not the same as a traditional one like this. But similar style. Turn that off. Stop that. Do this. Give me that back, please. Can't drop that in combat. Fair enough. have enough power. Can I drop one of those? I can. Oh, I had another thought. Hate it when that happens. I should make up another joke screen about that, too. Completely forgetting my train of thought. I don't want to sound like a stereotypical older person, but sometimes it comes awfully close. Man, not exactly the best weapon damage, I gotta say. I mean, granted, I am all of 9. Man, I'm gonna have to start carrying power pots too. If such a creature exists here. Okay, only 2 bubbles to go. With the exalted rank of 14. Ooh. You're coming back again. Oh, and we got free aggro anyway. It does, but when I've leveled up before, I found early on that spear meant you took more damage too. Whereas sword and board, provided you get the shield up to a reasonable level, you block an awful lot of the damage you would have taken, and don't have to do as much healing. Now, at some point there, I will get to the point where I could just respec my weapon, my sword and shield, and replace it with spear and upmend, and that would be fine. I would have to look at the character generator to figure out when that is, and I haven't done that yet. But I mean, I have 9 in sword. How good can it get, right? I gotta wait till I've gone up a lot higher than that. That's true. And I suppose I can look at that, but if I remember correctly, you don't get the instas until a little higher up. But yeah, I should take a look at a character generator next time. Well, when I level and get out of here, I will do exactly that. Nine for the PBAOE heal? Okay. My mend is currently at the level 3 level. I'll spend some more points on mend. Having the character not balanced doesn't help any. using the cones as a sort of cheap pull is potentially stupid. Oh, and I'm sure if I was doing all the quests out there, I would level up faster. I actually kind of like the grind, I hate to say. Oh yes, can I just ward out? No. Oh, don't meet because I'm probably still in combat. 21 seconds. I can wait 21 seconds. Now I can probably go the other way and fight the spiders too. 7 seconds. Such a long animation. No. Ah, what am I doing? Oh wow, I did get buried. Okay, mending. We have enough points to get to 9? We do not. No. So we'll go to 5. 14's Odin's Will doesn't get me anything. Okay, 4 seconds done on a secondary. I'll never hit the secondary, but that's okay. Okay, so hot. That's a generic heal with our heal over time. That's the hot. No. The hot will be that there. I'll go play with spiders. Not a thing I've ever said in the real world. Stand me back, dude. So the one problem with all of these servers, I mean, I'll check this one here, who all. Currently 21 players on it. Now, Brotherland's had more, but I'm now 14. Ooh, go me. Rah, rah, rah. Problem with all of them is the population. And I don't know how Atlas is going to do when it starts up. It's going to get all the people that played on Phoenix before coming back or what, I don't know. That's only a short timer, isn't it? Yeah, so many seconds. Yep. At least some of these guys are still yellow. Ah, hello. 84 on Brotherland. Okay. That's still not good. I mean, I took my vampire out the other day on Brotherland at about this time, and I wandered all over and never saw anybody else. I mean, oh, not true. I went to Agramon and ended up dueling some people, which failed dismally, but that's about it. Oh, come on. Now, Brotherland 2 is going to have more people on it than this server's ever seen, probably. What gone the spiders? Hey! Not the haunt. I thought you played on live, Dark Gentoo. I would have sworn you played on live. Okay. I mean, that's fine. This is sort of like eating dinner at a dim sum restaurant. Brotherland. Yep, no problem. I like Brotherland. I do. Okay, that heal pot rather is going to be a definite help. No. No, I did not. So that would be... I came in here, went like this. I'd have to go up here through them and then down and around. Or this way. I did try going down here. I got down to around here. I didn't get through. If that's where Nissi is. I don't know where each of these are. And honestly, it doesn't matter. What I'm doing is leveling up. That's about it. I don't particularly like Nissi's Lair. I'd rather be in DF. I far prefer DF. Oh, here we go. I choose you. That's my particularly lame Sword damage. Yes, I have. That's true. I could return to DF. And maybe I should do that. Although the excitement level of fighting rats is going to wear off pretty quick too. Okay, let's just sprint out of here and drag a train with us. This will be practice for DF. Remember that from Spindle Hollow way back in the day. Why am I playing on Gaharis? Okay. When I started streaming this game, I started on live with my characters that were on live, and I had a ton of people who said, oh no, you should come play Phoenix. So I tried Phoenix, and I liked it. And I had 10 level 50s on Phoenix, I think. At least 8. No, 10. I had 10. And then Phoenix shut down. So I thought, okay, fine. What do I do with the channel? Well, what I should do is look and see what alternatives there are, which is how I ended up on Brotherlands 2. It was an alternative server. It had a long history. It seemed to be pretty well configured. It didn't have huge numbers, but it was getting numbers because a lot of people left Phoenix for it. So I played on Brotherlands 2, and I still will be. When Celestia's had its I-50, I went and tried that. Now, I think they're having their PvE, and I haven't tried that yet, the PvE test. I could do that too, yes. I actually did port her over to Tir na Nog and ran around Tir na Nog as a Valkyrie, which was mildly amusing. And in a previous stream, I guess the last one, I got talking to somebody and they were talking about how much they actually like the PvE game rather than the PvP game. So I said, oh, well, you should be playing on Gaharis, and they'd never heard of it. Hello, Vinny Speech. How you doing? So they'd never heard of it. So I thought, well, I haven't been there since it came out. I should see what it's like just to show it off as an alternative server, because that's what I was doing, was looking at all the alternatives. And I don't think that I would end up playing here all the time. But it is a different style of playing the game. So basically I'm here because it's another thing people could choose to do if they missed playing this game and want to play it again. That's about all she wrote. I probably have a ton of junk to sell. Pants of the Malignant. I don't think I want Malignant pants under any circumstance, even if they were good armor. So, yeah, I'm going to try DF again. So that's why I'm here, basically. How are you doing today, Venice? How are the things in La France? We want to go to Fast and Jump. Ah, right. Yeah, I don't have my watch on. I have absolutely no idea what time it is. None. Do I have my phone here? No, I don't. I'm in the odd position of having to Alt-Tab out to figure out what the time is. Oh no, it's in game. Hey, it's almost 10 o'clock. That must be very early for you. Yeah, thank you. I see that now. I forgot there was timing. I remember when they added that. They've been getting lots of accusations of people playing this game for far too long and losing track of time, and they thought, well, I guess we'll add something in to help with that. Kind of funny. Is that aggro? It was, but it's, yes, gray. She is not gray. Oh, neutral. Okay. I think they tweaked a lot of stuff here to make this easier. Because when it first came out, I'm pretty sure I remember DF being really difficult to get into alive at lower level. Let's go see what a rat amounts to. The exciting gameplay of Gaharis server. Let's go kill a rat. Truth is, I actually kind of like PvE gameplay. I do. Well, oh, they're only orange. That will help. Here. Didn't put the damage buff up. Hello, Machine 3D 101. How you doing? Machine H3D 101. Who I believe I remember as being somebody who worked in a store nearby here, right? Way back in the day. When I was working as a circular food delivery operative. Or have I got the wrong person? This is true. I'm perfectly capable of killing myself off, but yes, no ganking from the other side. I think the only way that I could die to another player here is if I accepted a duel. I have the correct person, right? How you doing up there? In the interior where there's probably forests. I know you love the word actual, Kevin, but you often don't apply it well. Me. Buff. Buff. No, that buff didn't land. But the heal on over time will help. How you doing, actual Kevin? Back. That was a bit close there. Yes, I did. I bought myself the upgraded version of the Stream Deck, the 32-button one. And, well, when I was learning how to do streaming, the person that got me started was actual Kevin there. And he's been an enormous, enormous help and resource over time. So passing my older Stream Deck off to him is only sensible. Yep, you're solely to blame. Otherwise, I'd be actively engaged in doing something different, or I'd just be playing a game. without a camera and left-handed controller and gaming mouse and other camera. I'd still own the mic because we bought the mic before I ever got into streaming. I'd also be playing on a potato rather than a Dell G5 gaming PC. No, you don't. Turn that off. I don't need the red one too. Although I am suicidal, I will try the red rat. No, I have known actual Kevin for over 40 years. We were at university together. And he helped me get all this stuff going. He helped me figure it all out, figure out how to do it, whether or not I liked it. So, I mean, except for that, I traded him something, gave him something. Yeah, probably. I will be politic about this. Actual Kevin is a tremendous... Oh, don't say that. No, you could have, but no. Do you have a Stream Deck, Dark Gentoo? If not, allow me to recommend it. This will probably kill me, right? Well, if I can't hit it. Me. This. That. Target. Back. Awesome piece of kit. Really is. I mean, you got to be able to justify it, but you stream all the time, so basically it's a deck of buttons that you can program to do whatever you need to on your stream. If I want to change my camera to a different camera over here or up here or here, I'm busy dying while I do all this. On my second camera over here, or back to my chat view here, or the close-up, or back to where I was while I'm dying. I can do all those things very easily with the Stream Deck by just pressing a button, because I've got it all programmed to tie into my OBS. So, do not do the red rats. The red rats result in death. For me, not the rat. Oh, what am I saying? Boom. Or stuff like that, which is just programmed as a stupid button. Or when I have bits of the stupid. No, I was in DF. Oh yeah, no, it'll work with tons of other stuff too, sure. If you're into Photoshop or DaVinci Resolve for editing, there's whole preset packs people have built that you can set up to, help you edit video and stuff like that. Or edit photos in Photoshop or whatever. But it's all programmable too. So you can write macros to do things and push one button and it'll execute the macros. I've got one button that starts everything up except the two Node.js bots that I run on my system while I'm streaming, and that's only because I haven't figured out how to trigger those yet. I'll get it. And then I'll have one button starts everything up. I can just sit down, press the second button for whatever game I'm playing, and it'll go and configure all that. Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, I actually have it set up as batch files right now, but I wasn't getting them to run properly somehow. And then I got distracted with other things that I could do on my stream. So well, I can cast that while moving. That's good. See, the problem is that there is so much stuff you can do that you could easily get to the point where you were doing everything but streaming. You'd have an absolutely perfect setup, but you wouldn't stream. And you, actual Kevin, are kind of on the verge of that because you have like the ultimate setup there. I know you've done some streams with it. And I know it's going to take some time to get used to it all, and it's going to be a very active process when you're doing it, and it's going to save you time and all the benefits and everything. And it'll be slick. But for a while there, I was worried that you were going to get everything absolutely tweaked exactly the way you'd want it to, but have forgotten the I need to stream part. Do not fight the rats. The rats result in death. Not ready for rats. Turn that off. But anyway, I'm really glad that you're going to enjoy the thing. Well, I'm fighting a snake here, so I'm okay with snakes. I actually like snakes. I really wouldn't want to be killing snakes with a sword. Or rats, to be honest. But no shotgun in this game. Unless you want to include Warlock, and I have to register to, or sub to play a Warlock. Wow, that really has a number on me. No, sir, you may not leave. Come here. Well, the actual reality is that I don't do a lot of damage with my sword and board here. I do damage with all the spells. Yeah, I remember Bosk talking about that years ago. Okay, I didn't know there were cross-realm items.
Hello there.
I will definitely do that. Hello, Nariston. How are you? I remember Bosk talking about when he was out working for his father as a surveyor there years and years ago. And they were resurveying all the old mining claims and stuff like that. So that meant digging through brush to find the rocks that marked the original claim. And he was digging through the brush, and all of a sudden he realized that his hand was like 6 inches from a rattlesnake. So his reaction was to grab it so it couldn't bite him. Then he looked over at his friend he was working with and said, "What do I do now?" And his friend said, "Squeeze." So he held a rattlesnake like this until it died. But then he couldn't let go. He was so wired up over it and so, I don't know, afraid, adrenaline, whatever. He couldn't let go. His friend had to help him. I think he said his friend had to help him peel his fingers open to let go of it. No thanks. This is why me don't live in the interior. That is a rat. No rats. No rats allowed. Probably all I'm going to find, right? Wow, we're really kind of snakeless here. I don't need that. We don't have enough level to go any further. Are you an orange rat? They're aggressive. And red. You would think. No. Okay, that's interesting. No, it doesn't have a high population. I think, honestly, most people have forgotten it exists. And since it's PvE only, the people that used to do PvE stopped playing DAOC and went on to other games, whatever it might be, right? And they've forgotten about it completely, which is understandable. But since Phoenix shut down, and I kind of set myself a mandate of trying out each of the servers so that I could show them off to people and say, you know, if you missed Phoenix, here's a place you could be playing. I figured I should check this out, because I too had forgotten about it. I have characters here, they're all low level, that I cannot play because they were created before the Endless Conquest system, back when the server first came out, and have not been played since. So when I checked out Midgard, there was a whole long list of them I couldn't play, and I couldn't figure out why it kept saying subscribe if you want to play them, and I realized that that must be what they are, as characters that were rolled from way back when. Interesting. That's actually quite interesting, because I remember when I was leveling up my Valkyrie on live, one of the problems with the spears is I don't remember there being very many, like, really inspiring spears. Well, I will be on Brotherland again. I don't think I'm going to be playing here forever. I just thought that I would try it out for tonight and see what I think. Right? So I will be back on Brotherland. Problem is I never know what I'm going to play. And mostly it's whatever I played last. And mostly it's DAOC in some form. Okay, thank you. Have a good one, Dark Gentoo. Thanks very much for coming by. Dark Gentoo also streams quite a bit, so get a chance, check him out. And thank you, Nariston. Okay, me, heal. That's up. That really did squat. Wow, there's 12 of you out there. Kind of hard to believe. I didn't think I was going to get very many people watching me, because I thought a lot of people were going to go, my God, why is he on Gaharis? What possible reason is there for that? Has he gone mad? And then go watch, you know, something with some PvP in it. But perhaps I'm wrong and misjudging the audience. Perhaps you're here for my riveting personality. Or not. No, that is me not having enough light above me. And no matter what I do, there's this one shiny bit on my scalp that I have a hard time getting rid of. I'm gonna die here. Actually, I wonder if I am. Turn that off. Turn that off. Face him. Turn that off. Nope, I'm just gonna die. That's all there is to it. I don't have the speed. Don't think that heal is gonna be enough. Nope. Not sufficient unto the day. Okay. And you're not talking just put a piece of duct tape across it. My solution is to wear a little skull cap I've got that's black, and then I don't have a problem. Too much light? Really? Okay. Release. Now there was a thing I was going to do when I came back here. Other than spin in a circle until I remember where the merchants are. Oh, right. Yeah. No drop. Okay, the thing I was going to do, the first thing is I'm going to take a quick break. I'll be back in just a sec. Yeah, I could do that. Sure. Right now, right now, 17. Forgive me while I, please forgive me while I commit the unpardonable sin of munching on something for a few seconds. Okay, we'll go try the hip side. Why not? Very slowly, because I forgot to hit... Oh, no, we're not. We're going back because I forgot to hit the healer. So I might as well hit the scald while I'm at it. Healer. Heal me. This is Europe. Where's my socialized medicine? I had to pay for that. Oh. This server is PvE only. No PvP, no ganking. So it was always a shadow of its peak. It never had a high population as far as I can remember. Oh, I could have gone down the other side of the building. so lost in the big city. The difference with this one is that you can visit any of the realms because it has no PvP element. You just go talk to this dude and you say, oh, actually, I think I'd like to go to Tir na Nog over on the Hib side. And boom, away you go. Can't do that on the regular server. Or any of the shards or anything like that. So now I'm playing a Midgard character in Hibernia. Which is really, really strange, to be honest. Oh. No, better to run outside. The game is divided into two huge halves. Player versus environment, which is all you can do on this server, and player versus player, which is the RVR part on most servers. People like PvP because a human is always going to be more of a challenge than computer-driven AI can ever be, right? The mobs, mobile objects, the things that you end up fighting here are never going to have enough logic behind them to make them as much of a challenge as a person. And in games where they've tried that, people hated it because they were actually as smart as a person but had better reactions. Right. Is that back when it was newer? Big points? Because I'm not dissing the server in any way. I'm just saying that I don't think it ever had a really high population. If that was back at release, then it might have had a population of 500 when the regular servers had 1,200 or 1,800 or something like that. Thing is, there are people that really like PvE. They have to. Absolutely have to. Now, playing PvE games can still be challenging. Right, okay, a while ago. PvE can still be challenging, but it's seldom at the same stress level as PvP, and you kind of have control over it. You don't get into a really stressful situation unless you choose to. Okay, Dungeon Surveyor. I'll bind here. I guess Muir's Tomb. I do not really know Muir's Tomb, as is evident by the fact... Oh, there it is. I couldn't find it. Still can't. Went the wrong way. So, this game started out with lots of people that played PvE and people that played PvP. And the PvE side of the equation was probably, I want to say 80% of the population that mostly did PvE. And they'd come from EverQuest and games like that. And that's what they did. They didn't do PvP. And then there were the people that were heavily focused on the PvP, which is a chance to play at a higher level and more complexity and more challenge and everything else. And this game has a really great mix of being able to go from one to the other. And it lured more people from the PvE side over to the PvP side, because even the PvP has a little bit of PvE in it. and got people involved in it that way, and that's a major plus because it expanded some people's gaming horizons. Over time, the developers focused on the PvP side and trivialized the PvE side, and the game lost thousands and thousands of subscribers. It may have become a better game in terms of the end game. It undoubtedly became a better game in terms of the end game, but it sloughed off a lot of people who just wanted to play casually. And it kind of developed a community that, in a lot of instances, disdained PvE. The appeal is that this is probably the best PvP MMORPG ever made. Nothing since has been as good as this. Nothing before was as good as this. The graphics dated, yes, and I would really love to see somebody figure out a way to update the graphics, but I don't think it can be done. I think they used a proprietary engine, and if somebody wanted to update the graphics, they would have to rebuild every single model, which is like thousands and thousands and thousands of them, so it's probably never going to happen. I did not get my buff. I'm going to have to go until I die without the buffs, because I don't think there's a teleport back. Well, that's rude of you. Right out of the walls. Not in the same way. No, this game has something special. That's why it's been around for 20 years. Not to diss any of the games that I haven't played in the modern day that are AAA titles. Some of them will be around 20 years from now. No, I know. Some of them would be around 20 years from now. Some of them would be completely forgotten. And I don't know them. So I don't know which ones are going to be like legendary survivals and which ones aren't. But come here, you. But this game did something very, very well. And that's why it survived for so long. I'm going to go with these guys aren't that aggro. Let's see what is. That will be. So, the people that are fans of this game are really big, strong fans of this game. The people that show up every once in a while saying, wow, I'm still amazed that people are playing this game, are people that were that way, and they've gone on to other games. But there's lots of people that I think you'll come across that played this game that will say this had the best PvP, period. I don't know Overwatch well enough to say. Maybe somebody in the audience here has played it. One of the differences, though, I think, is that you have certain... I'm just going to run in and see what aggro I get and kill the aggro. There's the aggro I get. That with games like Overwatch and stuff, you take on a role, and there's a number of characters that you can pick from, but they're pre-made characters. And they fulfill that role. They have those abilities. You don't develop a character and configure them the way you want and name them what you want and do all that stuff that is part of an MMO. I mean, this used to be a role-playing server, or a role-playing game too. Most people didn't play it that way, but there were 3 role-playing servers, and those are the ones I actually played on. And are you aggressive? Apparently not. Ag mummies, yes. So that meant that there were people that played this game who stayed in character, who talked as their character, whenever they talked. I can't see my target from there. They shouldn't be able to see me. That won't be the case, but... Yes. Also, forgive me, but when you play Overwatch, you join up. You play. You're not developing your character over time, are you? There's no levels. There's no special equipment that your character has that somebody else doesn't have? Or am I wrong? I see Overwatch and games like that, older ones like Rainbow Six and stuff, being closer to Counter-Strike than a role-playing game of some sort. Yeah, but that's a big difference. I mean, this character for me, okay, I haven't played her for very long. She's level 14, but I have picked the spec of the powers that I have here. I have laid out the pattern of the way that I want to use them based on what I want to use. There's some I don't use. Other people would take great advantage of them that I just don't see. Okay, no problem. Then there's the matter of the equipment and stuff like that, and then it just keeps going from there. Right, yeah. And then there's other acronyms I don't know. Dota and PUBG. I know League of Legends. I haven't played it, but I've seen it. Because I used to work with a guy who was about as high as an amateur player before you went pro. And he made it onto the Canadian national team at one point, I think. No, it's like I used to play a game called, well, I still do, occasionally, called City of Heroes. It's a PvE superhero game. You can make your superhero and name them what you want and do what you want with them. And it was a great game, but it belonged to a Korean company, and the Korean company decided, well, they bought it. A Korean company bought it and decided that they wanted to make it pay to win. And the game had been specifically designed to not work as pay to win. There wasn't really anything that they could sell to them. And therefore the company said, yeah, there's quite a few games out there where you have to shell out real cash to get advantages that let you win more often than you lose, or advance faster, or whatever it might be, right? It's micro payments. The best gear, the neat stuff, whatever it might be. Okay, during the match, but does that mean when you're done, they're gone? Those advantages, those things that you got? Oh God, yes. There are professional players of these games. League of Legends, for instance. Or StarCraft way back in the day. Right, so if I'm playing Dota, I have a character I might like to play more than others, or there might be several classes that I like to play, but I'm starting fresh each time. And I'll bet people tend to go by their name, not by some character name or anything like that. It's not like an MMO. Are you aggro? You are aggro. I don't know where those guys went off. Some hag convention or something? Yeah, I'm sure there's all that stuff happening. Doesn't interest me at all. I don't want to be on a national team as a gamer. Not going to happen anyway, so it's not like a big sacrifice on my part. You have to be very good. You have to be probably very young with very good reactions. And you pretty much have to live the game. And none of that appeals to me. I like gaming. I would be perfectly happy to be a professional streamer, I think, for various games and stuff. But I have no desire to play a game title as a paid professional. We'll try her. Oh, we got both. Here, have a couple of those. Oh, sure. Well, gambling can be dangerous. And again, see, one of the distinctions with an MMO like this is that you build up your association with the character. It becomes important to you. You have some identity with them and things like that, which is all kind of over the top maybe, but it happens. You get attached to your character. And then we want to turn that off, and we want to heal me. And I have squat for power. Thank you. MMOs worked on the attachment thing there. You got attached to your characters. You spent a lot of time playing them to level them up. They become important to you to a certain degree, and it gets kind of addicting. They also worked on transporting you to another world. You start to feel like you're in the world. I could describe my way around Jordheim in Midgard, the capital city there, and navigate somebody and probably identify all of the buildings and where most of the NPCs are, even if I can't remember their names. I get lost in Camelot because I haven't played enough on the Albion side, and it's a bigger, more complex city, right, in a game. And I have attachment to the characters that I played. And I don't think I would get that playing a lot of the modern games. They're designed differently. They have a whole different philosophy, and it's one of the reasons why MMOs are kind of dying off. Sure, and No Man's Sky is another game that's off in a different area too, because you can't have, well, you can have multiple characters, I suppose, because you have multiple saves, but your character doesn't change in No Man's Sky. It simply is. Your abilities, the things that you can do, change because your equipment changes, but that's it. It's very monodimensional that way, right? Make sure I'm using the right finger and not insulting my audience. Whereas a game like this, all people playing a Valkyrie, like I am playing right now, will tend to be similar, but they won't be the same. Mostly. In City of Heroes, the wide range that any blaster or tank or scrapper could be is just insane. Millions of possible combinations. Probably almost nobody is going to be the same unless they read forums and pick their powers exactly according to the same order that somebody else did. because that worked for that person, and they made big posts on it and videos on YouTube and everything else, because that's a big thing there. But the variety and the way you can steer things is different. Well, mine will be too. Okay. When I get higher level, when the spear styles get a little bit better. And I could be wrong. I haven't looked in the character generator yet, but as I remembered, I preferred the sword style, sword and board early on, and then at some point when I got higher up, I switched over to spear because spear was higher damage and I had enough balance to my character. Oh, thank you. Aggro from above. Here, have these. And me, heal. That is already there. Not so much with this, but with some of the classes there could be a lot of variety. Well, yeah, they're hags. They're undead, evil creatures that I'm killing. Well, actually, they're killing me. Like that. I will not play the stupid thing again, but it was a case of that. I got killed because I was chatting too much. Killed by my own mouth. Actually, I probably have to sell and stuff anyway. It's a whole different style of game. This is not the way games are evolving now. No, this is not ganking. My friend Actual Kevin only knows No Man's Sky. Other than that, probably the closest to another game he's been is Microsoft Flight Simulator, which isn't really a game. To translate it into the only terms you know, and I know you're playing it up a little bit, you're not thick. Yes, those were basically Sentinels. But Sentinels aren't really very challenging in No Man's Sky. I mean, get the right weapons, and you don't have to worry about them at all. Until they get to the really high level stuff. Then it's a little bit more difficult, but not massively so. Are there merchants in here? There are. Not like Brotherlands 2. There's like twice as many merchants in Brotherlands 2 as there are here. Sell. 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 Sell it all. Those are probably things I could turn in for experience, right? I want the money. Cloth armor. Get the hint. Now I can remember the buff thing. Realm enhancement. Hey, you. Thank you. Fight well, Norseman. From the Magmel Druid. This is just wrong on so many levels. Why is the healer saying that I can complete a quest there? Oh no, I haven't done that. That's why. I've already done that. No, you're thinking I'm brand new. Thank you, though. Sure, whatever. Now, dungeon person. Back to the wretched little hellhole of Muir's tomb. Thank you. This time, we'll find it and go in the right way. And we'll put that up. I really think you should try a pile of different games, Actual Kevin. You should try different games. I mean, there would be humor value in you being completely lost, but you might discover that there's other styles of games you like, right? Even older titles like, say, Warcraft or something like that. Real-time strategy game. Or if you want the science fiction-y side of it, StarCraft, which is still a massive title in, we get aggro? We did. In South Korea. Professional players. And we're talking like arena with 20,000 people watching level of professional players. Well, they're not for everyone. They are for most people, but not for everyone, I admit. And they can be a massive time sink. I mean, I'm entertained here by doing this. It's familiar, it's relaxing, it's comfortable, and I can stream about it, and I like talking to people about it, and reminiscing and all that sort of stuff. But it is not in any real sense productive to the slightest degree. There's a huge time sink. We run back here. Can we avoid the aggro? Probably not. Did we? We did. I learned a thing. Ah, and my fire is still going. Hello, Miss Hellhag. I have words for you. Starting with Odin's Greater Claw. You and your friend. Hello, Bosk. Yes, and other famous lines, right? It helps if you remember there is no spoon. So this, Bosk, this is Gaharis server. This is PvE only. I had forgotten this exists. I'll have to try Druid. So just so you know, Bosk, you can play DAOC and play PvE only. There aren't very many people on the server. Oh yes, yes, I sent actual Kevin my old Stream Deck because I got the new one. I got the big one, 32 buttons, big. I don't even have them all programmed yet. I got 3 blanks on the main page. It was by way of saying thank you to him for getting me going in streaming and helping me configure an awful lot of stuff. I mean, part of me thinks that what I've done, actually, Bosk, is actual Kevin was getting really close to having finished his whole totality of setup for streaming. All the wondrous things that can be done with an ATEM. And I just shoved a wrench in the works by handing him a different tool that he can do all that stuff a different way with. And realized the potential that impact that this now has. And it ties in directly to the ATEM and it can do all this stuff. And I got all these pre-programmed things that I was going to run on Companion, but now I can run them on the stream. Yeah. So I may have done him a favor by sending him a Stream Deck, but I may also have handed him a lot of headaches. And I'm sorry about that, if that happens. But otherwise, I imagine you'll enjoy it. Well, that's a good thing. I mean, I'm glad to hear that. Oh, look. If I can get past these guys. There's oranges here. Suitor Spirit. Here. Kommen Sie her bitte. Nein? No? Okay, we'll fight this one over here. Yeah, you were saying you plugged the thing in and a pile of stuff went, oh, you have a Stream Deck. Right, we'll set up there. It's a fantastic tool. No, I looked at it and thought, I have a limited amount of desk space, and I really do. Oh, I'm gonna die again. Okay. Okay, sure. Kevin can go and look up all those things. Jane, getting too involved in chat to the point where my character dies. Yeah, I had fun setting that up. Realm enhancement. Hey, you. I want to sell you some crap first off. Sure, we'll keep that. What am I getting? Oh, sure. Free ones, no problem. Well, yeah, we'll just use that up. I already got free ones in Midgard, but you don't know that. I guess you guys don't talk to each other. Oh, and back. I get another one, right? Sure. Hand me another free one. And some experience. Oh, actually, I'm really close. Cool. Almost leveled. Again. Back to Weir's Tomb. I saw something about that. I didn't get a chance to tune into your stream. To anybody else who doesn't know there, both Actual Kevin and Bosk also have streams. Well worth checking out. I'm glad to hear you're almost done that. I have I've been playing with building with the new structures in No Man's Sky, and I'm absolutely addicted to some of them. And I've basically almost finished a Nip Nip Bud grow up, just for the humor of doing that. Actually, one blue mob might be all that's required. Come on, aggro me. Thank you. We'll find out if you can find your way here. I have not gotten to the point where I'm seriously looking at electronic circuits and figuring out how to recreate stuff. I don't think I ever will, but I admire it. That was it. That was all that was required. Oh, I can teleport back from here with the bindstone thing, can't I? Oh, my controller is having fits. Just a sec. Alt-tab out. Come back. Nope. Tap the button. Nope. There are times I really don't like this controller. This is one of them. There. Now, teleport out. See, in Star Wars Galaxies, there was this stuff directly ripped from Dune. But there was these things called spice that you could make if you were a smuggler. And spice had enhancements to your character that helped you when you were fighting stuff and doing stuff like that. But when it wore off, at least the serious ones, when they wore off, your character would drop down to their knees and puke for a moment. Not very attractive. So it looked embarrassing if you didn't keep doing the spice, right? So it was like having an addiction. So I had to roll up a character at one point and try and be a drug merchant. Because the point of role-playing games is to do things you would never do in real life, right? So one of the spices that you could get was called Zypoline Droid Lubricant. And that's exactly what it was supposed to be. It was a synthetic lubricant used in greasing up droids that somebody had figured out they could consume to get high or something. It was really kind of funny. So for a while there, I ran a little drug empire with 10 merchant tents set up on different planets around the Star Wars Galaxies universe selling spice to people. It was never very popular. It wasn't that good. There were far better buffs you could get from doctors and stuff like that. But it was funny to do it. Briefly. And there is another term for you too, Kevin. Sandbox. A sandbox, I mean, No Man's Sky is a sandbox. A sandbox MMO is one where you can just go and do whatever you want to do. I played for 2 weeks in Star Wars Galaxies, emulating Luke's father by setting up out in the desert and harvesting water. I had machines scattered all over the place, and I would gather up water and I would take it in and I would sell it every once in a while in Mos Eisley. I stopped doing that because it got kind of dull, but I did do it for a bit just because I could, because the game gave me the tools to do stuff but didn't tell me what stuff to do. Now I have a problem, don't I? Because if I want to train, I have to go back to my own realm. I don't think you're going to let me go anywhere. No. And there is no other channeler here, is there? No. So back to the Bard. Hastener, thank you. No, I didn't get a hasten there. Thank you, sure. 3 potions. I'll pick that up when I come back. And sprint for what it's worth. This is not a sandbox MMO. Your amount of things you can do in the game are don't really vary from character to character. There's not that much stuff to be done other than farming to make money, killing mobs and selling the junk they drop, crafting to make stuff yourself and sell it, or leveling up, or RVR. That's pretty much the only roles that I can think of. City of Heroes, pretty similar. You go out, you do missions, you get stuff, you can build your base, you can go cruise around to try and get credit for having done things, but that's about it. Not yet. What do we got for unspent points? 39 of them. Did I go the wrong way? I did. I got lost in the big city. Oh, well, at least I'm a foreigner. Yeah. Probably 20 or 30, sure. My problem still boils down to the fact that I really liked Phoenix, and I miss Phoenix, and there is no Phoenix, and there's no way around it. Wrong way. Wrong way, Goldfarb, please come home. There's a movie I haven't thought of for 40 years. Wasn't that good a movie, so that's not too surprising. Now, unlabeled here, a pony is the one that I want to go to your time with. Send me to the big city. Actually, it looks more like the place they haven't discovered the chimney yet. Oh no, it's the whole city. It's just drizzle. So, kind of like living in BC for 6 months out of the year. I haven't done that. Isn't the idea that you have to move to Italy? Because there would be a little problem of once I got there, I wouldn't have any money. I wouldn't speak any Italian. I wouldn't have a job. And I wouldn't know the culture. And I'd be living in some tiny town where probably very few people spoke English. Sure. Two things, right? Oh, no, I have to do something first. And then we have to spend points, which is the whole point. Every pun intended. What are we now? 15? That got me nothing. And only left me 10 points. Whereas that would get me a detente or something, right? Temper. I think that text is wrong. And I would be able to do that once, not twice. Really not all that inspiring. Drop that down. And I could do that twice. Gets me a new heal. Target regenerates 10 health every... Oh, definitely that. Sure. See, there's another problem. Now, given the chance, would I move to Europe if I could? Yeah, I probably would. I'd love to live there. I think I would anyway. But the practicality of it is that I don't know what I'd do when I got there, right? Got to make money somehow. Don't have a ton of money now. Can't just retire there. Certainly can't afford to renovate a house. So, you know, just not going to happen. Okay, now, I was liking it over on the hip side. Servant's helmet. Probably has pluses, right? Oh, has a spell. A heal. Definitely switching to that. Even though it also has little wings. We'll drop... Actually, we'll just sell that. That's fine. Yeah. Oh, sure. Sure. There is a little problem of not speaking any Italian. Ciao. Won't do it. I need to know more. And I don't have the advantage of knowing any French or knowing any Spanish, which would help immensely in learning Italian. I didn't get a chance to take Latin in high school because it ended before I got a chance to take it. They took it off the curriculum. So I don't have that as sort of a source to keep me focused on trying to learn it. It would be a challenge. Arrivederci. Okay, sure. Two things. And probably more than that. You know, pizza and things like that. Yes, but isn't the point of getting a house for €1 the fact that it is really out in the sticks in some tiny little community that is suffering immensely, and that's why they're offering it? You're not getting a house for €1 in downtown Rome. Duolingo. Yeah, I know, but then I'd have to learn the language, right? I know a lot of people speak English. Our language is turning out to be ironically, lingua franca, but it's also sort of, what did I say about English? It takes other languages and mugs them in a dark alley and takes the words that it needs. We borrow from everybody and then we look down on them because they're not English speakers. Go figure. Yeah. Well, I know you were there just a little while ago, a year or two or something. Let us go back to the Hibland. Because I could go to the Alp side, but I honestly don't know any of the Alp dungeons, I don't think. I guess I have to go to TNN. Just because I don't know my way around. All you need is a smartphone and an app to get by in many languages. Yes, that's true. Oh, that's funny. Is that a Ranger? Range Rover? Ranger class, yes. Uh-huh. In English or Italian? Or attempted Italian? Did you commit Italian? Oh, okay. See, if I was to go to Europe anywhere that I would like to go more than anywhere else, it would probably be Scotland. One whole side of my family is Scottish Irish, and I've always been fascinated by Scotland. I'd love to go there. But apparently the economy there is not the best at the moment, and with Brexit it's only going to get worse. So it would be a bad time to be going there. Although I believe because my grandfather was born there, I can qualify for a work permit if I ever wanted to go. What? You didn't get the memo that there's peace on the border? Oh, I'm sure. The whole world gets smaller, right? Maybe not if you're in Outer Mongolia or, I don't know, somewhere way in the wilderness. Oh yeah, you were giving me something, weren't you? Other than speed. Another potion. I don't think I've used any of those potions yet. This is the thing. I would really like to go and see all of Scotland, the Highlands and everything else. Oh no, right. I can't go anywhere from you. I can get that. There are no battlegrounds here. We are enhanced. It's Surveyor Astra I want. Send me back to the same crap hole. Yeah, yeah. The Irish part of my family are, regrettably, probably hated. Corbetts from Ireland, I believe, from County Cavan. But that probably means that they were Protestants that had tons of Catholics as slaves and stuff, basically. Second-class citizens in their own country, and they probably weren't well liked. And I know nothing more about them than that. The Scott side of the family, my grandfather came from Cumbernauld Station outside of Glasgow, and we have some distant connection to the Highlands that probably amounts to almost nothing. But I'm a big fan of Scottish history, and I would love to travel all over up there. Really would like to. Are you grayed out yet? No, you're greened. No, the Protestants that came into Northern Ireland turned the Catholics into second-class citizens in their own country. If you were Catholic, you weren't allowed to own more than 100 British pounds in property or possessions. You didn't have a vote. You couldn't own land, all that sort of stuff, right? It's just a horrible treatment of the Catholics in Northern Ireland by the Protestants. Thus, all of the troubles they've had over the years. Quite natural resentment by people for being so badly treated by the Protestants. And from what I understand, the Corbetts were originally from Scotland and came over to Northern Ireland as Presbyterians, I think, and were given some sort of, I do not know. If that's the same thing, then probably. But I don't really know that much about them. I remember reading about it generally. I know that the original Corbetts came over with William the Conqueror. They were two brothers named Corbetti who came from Portugal, I think. And my grandfather's last name indicates that his ancestors probably came from Italy originally, I think. I'm not sure, but I think so. It's all fascinating stuff to me, because it's my family history and stuff. Oh, definitely. There's major parts of England used to be parts of Scotland. The English maltreated the Scots immensely, and from time to time the Scots maltreated the English by invading across the border. Until they settled the border between Scotland and England, there was an area called the Debatable Lands, where nobody knew who owned it. It hadn't been determined. And therefore the families that lived there basically made up their own rules. And there was no real law. No rule of law. Well, at least this time I'm not going to die right away. In fact, I can even heal up. Et voila! I yet live. To badly misquote Edgar Rice Burroughs. Yep, sure. Oh, come on, die already. And another ad. Oh, I pulled that one. And the other side of my family, my dad's side, are Polish, had a Polish last name, but the family spoke German. So they used to live close to Dresden, I think. Not Dresden. Yeah, maybe it was called Dresden, and it's Gdansk now. And I managed to track them down to this tiny little village that they used to live in. And I know nothing more about other than that. Okay, have a good one, Bosk. I'm standing at a very bad spot. I mean, a good one in that they deliver, but... I have no power, that's why. Can I have a break with no combat for just a few moments? Maybe? Get the power back up again. I'm gonna have to come up with another shtick for when I have a idea and completely forget it, because that's what just happened again. I had a thing I was gonna say, I got distracted by the game, and then... pff, nothing. Okay. Let's try this again. Maybe with less aggro. No, that was too much aggro. Gotta confine myself to this spell. Mind you, maybe this is not the right choice. Oh, high hit bonus. Medium penalty. Yeah. I wouldn't know if I had any cross-realm items. Unless they clearly say, you know, cross-realm helm of whatever. Ring of the Madden. Well, hey. I don't have any ring at all. The other stuff I have is really out of date. Yeah. Okay, well, I got a ring. No. No, the drops have actually been kind of lame. They're aggressive. That's not going to be... It's going to be suboptimal. Can't discharge that item. How about this one? Thank you. Oh, I don't like the sound these make. Well done. Okay, that one went up. Oh, they both went up. Okay. Wait a second. Get my end back. Anything good drop? Oh man, no. Full. Me. This. This. Oh crap, gotta hate that. They didn't adequately safeguard them. Scorponida Regina. Well, well. Let's try you. Me, heal, buffer, and this thing. Of course, later. This is actually going okay, considering it's named. Die already. Come on. Well, they might have been bombed, too. Pathing is always a problem in these old dungeons. Oh man, my brain is failing me here. What was the big William the Conqueror did it, the big registry of all the lands and taxes and everything else that they were collecting. Doomsday Book, Doomsday Chronicle. I've got a copy of that kicking around somewhere. It's quite interesting to look at it and see all the painstaking detail of basically tax information. But quite interesting. Very dry. Oh, I can fight her again. Oh, now she's red. Even better. Probably kill me. Okay, me. This. Her. Pull. And I can even turn the right angle here so that we can leave these up. He's probably going to kill me though. Oh yeah. Oh, maybe that'll make the difference. Nope, we're neck and neck here. I think she's probably resisting a lot of the spells. Me, this. Oh, don't have enough power. Turn that off. Get that power back. There we go, that'll help. Maybe not enough, but it'll help. Not enough. Real close though. Real close. Lavish reinforced vest. Only reinforced armor. Oh, you can't con when you're dead. That's annoying. Epona, where are you? Yes, let me spend money. That work? It did. Sell. Oh yes, con that vest that I got here. Probably. $38, and the stuff I'm wearing is better than that. So whatever its bonuses, it's not that great. Here, sir, give me money. Well, getting money anyway. My sword, like. At least you can do it direct, that's good. Now we are only 14 and a half. 15 and a half, okay. Too low to go to Spraggan's Den. Which is too bad, I don't mind Spraggan's Den. I could go back and play with rats in... I don't think I will in DF. Well, as an experiment, this is a success. It's just PvE gameplay, but it's alright. I should check the numbers again. I should check the number. It's only 13 players on right now. I should check the numbers during the afternoon my time. If we really must, let us dance. Yeah, 3 unspent points. Hardly worth the experience or the bother. Enter one spider stage, right. Be nice if the spells were actually a little shorter range. Because my weapon damage really isn't that impressive. Really not that impressive. I know, go spear. Very slow to advance when there aren't yellows you can fight, and the dungeons are so close in. As soon as I get to DF, I'm going to enjoy that, because then I can pull for a distance and things. And not have the pathing issues and everything else. Doom Creeper. Hey dude, come here. Have these as well. It would have been fascinating to build these dungeons. I would love to be let loose with whatever modeling tool they have for building them. That would be fun. Provided they don't suck. Whatever, dude. I guess I could have the map up so I could see where I am. That might possibly help. Gonna find me my icon there. All right, there. Okay. So that ought to go down. And eventually does. Here, let's have them both. Stop that one. Always a ramp. Oh, there. Yellows and orange. That's a bit better. Drop another one of these things. Conermuir. Come on down. Oh, all three. Thank you. Well, actually, I've been at it for 3.5 hours, and I might stop soon. Because I'm going to die here. I pulled 1 and got 3 again. Yep, toast. Okay. Release. Actually, I don't mind this dungeon. It's just a matter of working my way down to the point where I can find the right mobs. The one I really want to get into is Fort Velden. Not Fort Velden, the one up by Fort Velden. But I think I got to be 18 to get in the door of that. But I like that place. Oh, didn't pay her. Okay, go sell again. Vendo Caverns. Yeah. Spent a lot of time in Vendo Caverns. That's another thing that MMOs do. They kind of make you feel like you were actually in the place, which is silly. But if some magical thing ever happened where I got transplanted out of our reality and into the game after the panic wore off, I would be well set for where to go. Of course, the reality is I would spend it all gibbering in the corner because, you know, what just happened. Okay, where I did have money, I seem to have spent it all on getting stuff repaired. Okay, I think I'm going to call that for a night. Thank you very much, everybody who came by. Thank you for the help there. And I really appreciate it. And we'll see you next time. A couple of people just joined a little while ago, and I'm sorry I didn't see that. I'm sorry I'm quitting just after you joined us, but hopefully you've been here for a bit. Anyway, I don't know when I'm going to be back. I probably will be. I'll level this character up some more, but I'm probably going to be on Brotherlands 2 as well, because I like that. And we'll see what happens there. I'm kind of playing all over the place because I still miss Phoenix. Yes, that's true. I've had a much easier time leveling up when I've had somebody who can duo with me to help. And yeah, I mean, case in point, you. I've enjoyed that, and I want to get that champion up leveled up, and maybe try some other characters too on the Midgard side or something. Do you have people on Midgard? You must. I wouldn't mind finding out what Warlock's like. I don't think I ever really played it on live. I think I tried it, didn't like it, but there was a lot of classes I just didn't get. Or Alb. Yeah, there's less Alb classes I want to play. But it's always a possibility. And I do want to play all 3 realms in some respect, even if it's just one character in Alb, because I want to be sort of realm agnostic, right? So, anyway, have a good night, folks, and we will see you next time. It is Tuesday today, so that'll be Thursday. No idea what I'll be playing. I could even be playing New World. I don't know. We'll see. Have a good night.